All right, in this video in 12.6, we're going to look at the first question on the worksheet that says, predict the kind of polynomial, linear, quadratic, or cubic, that will result in each division problem below. Then perform the division. Okay, so here are parts A through C. And I first am just going to look at this prediction piece of each problem. So when they say predict the kind of polynomial, linear, quadratic, or cubic, that will result in each division, what exactly are they saying? Well, in A, I have, notice, a degree 2 polynomial in the numerator, and it's being divided by a degree 1 polynomial. And as we observed in the intro video, the quotient here will have a degree that's equal to the difference in these degrees. So in other words, my prediction for the quotient would be a degree 2 minus 1, or in other words, 1 polynomial. And a degree 1 polynomial is just a linear polynomial. So I would expect a linear polynomial here for the quotient. Okay. For part B, it's really the same as far as the prediction piece is concerned. Degree 2 over degree 1, so we would expect to see a linear quotient there. And then for part C, we have x cubed and x, so degree 3 and degree 1, so that difference would be degree 2. And if it's degree 2, that is a quadratic polynomial. Okay. So now, as far as the divisions themselves go, this would be a good place to pause the video and work through these on your own just to check. The work is going to look just very similar to what we were doing in the intro video. But I'll go ahead here and bring up the answers. And as we can see for A, yes, we have a linear quotient. It's x minus 3, that's degree 1. And our remainder here is a minus 12. And notice I put the minus in front of this fraction, so it's minus the fraction 12 over x minus 2. Okay. For B, again, it's a linear quotient, x minus 3. And my remainder there is 1, so it's plus 1 over that divisor of x minus 2. And then in C, we have a quadratic quotient, x squared plus 4x plus 4. And here, the remainder actually winds up being 0. Okay, so this, in fact, is it. Okay, so now I do want to work through part D in full detail because there's something a little different in D that we haven't seen before. And so what are we doing? Well, we have x plus 1 as our divisor. And this is dividing into x cubed plus 1. But instead of just writing in x cubed plus 1 in for the dividend right here under this division symbol, since I am thinking about the powers of x as playing the role of place value, okay, I'm going to write this as x cubed, and I'm going to put in 0x squared and 0x, and then my plus 1 as just placeholders. Okay, it's going to help me organize the work here, getting things to line up according to the degree appropriately. Okay, it's just like putting in zeros when you're doing long division with just numbers, right? Okay, so now let's go ahead and do this. X into x cubed, well, that's going to be x squared, and I'm going to put that x squared directly above the x squared in the dividend. And this x squared then will distribute, so x squared times x is x cubed, plus x squared times 1, that's x squared. And then we go ahead and subtract, and so to do that, I'll just change the signs and add. And that's going to give us, in this case, a minus x squared. The x cubes drop out as they should. And then I'm going to write in the plus 0x. Okay, again, just thinking about this as a placeholder. X into minus x squared, that would be minus x. And minus x times x is minus x squared. And minus x times positive 1 would be a minus x. So now go ahead and subtract by changing signs and adding. The x squareds will drop out, and I'm going to get a positive x. And now we go ahead and carry down this plus 1. And x into, well, itself would be plus 1. And 1 times x is x. 1 times 1 is 1. Change signs and add, and I see here that the remainder is 0. So in fact, the result of this division here would be x squared minus x plus 1. And that same pattern where I see, oh, this is degree 3 and it's being divided by degree 1 and it's giving me a degree 2, right? So in other words, the difference between 3 and 1 is a degree 2 polynomial. That same pattern is holding here. All right, that's going to do it for this problem. Thanks.